about the river and how at the start of that river there is a source. It comes from somewhere. Something is feeding it and helping it to flow. Okay? And I was thinking of us as human beings, as people. We have a source, we have a beginning, we have something that feeds us. Whether it's our family, whether it's our heritage, whether it's our life experiences, some of the good things we've been through, some of the not so nice things we've been through, some of the experiences we've had, the skills we've acquired. All of these things are our source, and they feed us as we go along, and they nurture us. Even as we move away from them, they continue to feed us, they continue to inspire us, they continue to be a source of life for us, just never ending. And the river is always connected to that source. It's always connected to that source. There's always a connection to that source. Even if it's moving away, there's always that connection. So we needn't be afraid of our source or our past or our experiences, our good times and our bad times, the successes and our failures. They make us. They make us who we are. They sustain us, they nurture us, they grow us, and they allow us to move on. The other thing about the river I realized is that when it's flowing, it has a destination, it's going somewhere. So it's flowing, and a person might just jump into the river and decide to do a pee in it. Or someone might decide to take a dump in it. Or maybe a couple might have, make love in the river. But that river is not stopping to pay attention to what those people are doing in it. It continues to flow. And that is us as human beings. Sometimes as we flow in this journey of life and we're headed for our destinations, people literally come into our river and take a dump in it. People literally pee on us. People do things that are quite unpleasant or say things that are quite unpleasant to us. Our job, like the river, is to continue to flow, to continue to flow, to continue to head to your destination and not stop and necessarily be affected or be thwarted in our walk towards our vision because of what other people say or do that hurts us or upsets us or attempts to derail us. The other thing about the river is, as it flows occasionally, it creates tributaries or little streams along the way. And so as we move along our river to our destination, let's never be afraid to become a source for someone else, for someone else's dream, a little stream, a little tributary. It doesn't matter if that little stream or that little person or that person that we helped doesn't turn around to be grateful. We just shouldn't be afraid to spread ourselves, to give ourselves to other people, to allow other people to grow and to have an opportunity to become a stream or river themselves. I always say that every thank you that you get is a prayer. So don't be afraid to give, don't be afraid to open up, don't be afraid to be a source to someone else. And you don't have to get to your destination to do that. That river is not waiting until it gets to the sea to say, okay, now I can become a tributary. It's not, I can create a tributary or a little stream. It isn't doing that. As it flows along to its destination, it's doing that. The other thing about a river is, there's this school of thought that says that where the question is, are you stepping into the same river twice? When you step into the river once, you come out and you go back into it, is it the same river? Because the river is constantly flowing. And that reminds me of how people tend or want to hold you to your past or your past mistakes. Okay, this is how we knew you before. This is who you were. This is what you didn't have. And so this is how I'm going to, continue to treat you or hold you to, because that makes me feel better about myself. And it's our job to say no, to say, I'm a river and I'm flowing and I'm moving and every day I'm growing and every day I'm changing and I'm allowing myself to change. I'm allowing myself to accept the new things that are happening in my life, and I'm not stopping to build a cathedral of worship with you about my past or who I was. You're going to have to flow along with me if you want to come along. If someone throws a massive boulder into the river doesn't stop flowing. The river doesn't try to fight that boulder and say, I'm going to move that boulder out of the way. The river creates a path around that boulder. It allows itself to be malleable, to be, soft and to move and to flow. And that is very important for us, I think. As I've come along in life and looked at some of the experiences that I've been through and some of the boulders that have stepped into my way, I've realized that some of those boulders are just allowing you to just take a different path, do something different that you didn't think you would, but actually will enrich you, will help you later on as you go along. It might not even be pleasant, but it's for you. It reminds me all the time of what the philosopher John Kay said. He talks about the concept of obliquity, which says that you don't necessarily need to get to your destination in one line. You can get to your aims and objectives and your vision through other ways. There might be other routes you need to take to get there. So don't be afraid of change. Don't be afraid when there's a spanner in the works, when something you planned hasn't come to pass immediately. Go with the flow. Flow with the river. Be flexible, move around it, learn what you need to learn, do what you need to do, enjoy the journey, because so many amazing things happen. It is not your job to prove to people that, look, I'm getting to my vision. That's not your problem. Your problem and your issue is you and where you're going and the opportunities and experiences that come your way. Live it, live your life, enjoy it. Go through the ups and through the downs, and you're still on the way to your vision, despite that boulder, despite that spanner in the works. Finally, when the river gets to its destination, say it gets into the sea or it becomes part of a big massive waterfall now, it becomes a source. It's now a source to create other rivers and other streams and other tributaries, and that's what you become. When you do get to your destination, don't settle down into a lake, into one body of water and never move out. Be a source for other people.